it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, My Asexual Life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along if you're enjoying the content. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book called Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. Welcome to tonight's discussion topic, friends. How to get good quality friends and keep them. This is such an important episode, especially for aromantic asexuals, those who lack romantic attraction and who lack sexual attraction, because their relationships are predominantly based on deep friendships. But how do you go about getting a good quality friendship in the first place, and what does that actually look like? That's what we're going to dive into right now. So to get started, you need to know what a good quality friend looks like and what a bad quality friend looks like, because I have had them both. And I can tell you for a fact that when I got good quality friends in my life now, my life has just, escalated into so much happiness. I've got two really amazing asexual guy best friends, and they are absolutely incredible. And I've also got a best female friend who's not asexual, and she is wonderful as well. And those are good quality friends. In the past, when I was at school, for example, I had low quality friends. I had people that weren't very good for me. And I grew up, in an environment that wasn't very good for fostering like quality friendships, right? It was kind of all one-sided and stuff, so it's not very good. So a bad quality friend, what does a bad quality friend look like? Because we need to understand what a bad quality friend is in order to know what a good quality friend looks like, right? So a bad quality friend will be very selfish. They will want you to go around to their house more than they come over to yours usually. They will want you to go to places that they want to go to. They will dictate to you what type of place you go to, and if you're watching a movie, they will dictate to you. You notice the word dictate. They will tell you what they want to watch without even asking you, and not even conferring with you. They will make you do things for them more than they ever do for you. They won't come and see you because why should they? They expect you to go to them. They won't apologize for things. They're rude. So for example, I had a so-called best friend at primary school, right? And we would go in to the toilet at the same time, not the same cubicle, but at the same time. I would then go to wash my hands and dry them. As I dried them, I went to get a paper towel, and literally my so-called best friend would literally snatch the paper towel out of my hand and like dry her hands on it instead. And she thought that was great, wonderful. And that was, a bad quality friend, someone who does that type of thing, who snatches things out of your hand like that. It's just ridiculous. That's a bad quality friend. You don't want to be having people like that in your life. But that's, that's a really sort of obvious example. But there are more subtle examples where, like I had a friend and I used to go at night, like at 9 o'clock at night, regularly, like once a week, to phone her at a specific time, in a payphone. But she would not do anything like that with me. She would not ring me. I had to ring her all the time. Do you know what I mean? A specific time to her needs, and I spend my money in a payphone, which was really expensive. And I don't think she appreciated me anyway. And the conversations were very difficult for her. So a good quality friend, you should have nice, easygoing conversations most of the time. Obviously, you're going to have some hot topics, and you might debate some stuff, and you shouldn't be afraid to say what you think. A good quality friendship means you're not afraid to say what you think, and you can have your voice heard. But a bad quality friendship is when the other people won't let you have your say. They override everything you tell them or say because their opinion is more important. Their opinion is more valid. They'll tell you what to do with your life because they don't agree with it, or it's not what they want. That's a dictator. That's not a friend. That's someone who's telling you what to do. A bad quality friend will dictate to you. They will force their opinions on you. They will tell you how to live your life. They will literally try and run your life for you. if you're with friends they don't like, they'll get jealous and warn you off them and make out that there's something wrong with them, so you don't be friends with them. And a bad quality friend may actually side with your bullies. I have had that when I was at school. My so-called best friend, she used to be friends with the people that bullied me. I mean, that just to me is wrong, you know. And bad quality friends are when you have manipulators. Yeah, I had a so-called best friend, and she had another best friend that I knew she saw, but the other best friend, was horrible to me behind her back and manipulative and nasty. You see, so that's like bad quality friends. You know, the manipulators. They're telling you what to do, how to live your life. They're being bad to your friends, family, or a relationship behind your back. Behind their back, you know, and they're really dictating how you live your life. And they really just, if they don't agree with something, they'll tell you, and they expect you to change for them and expect you to do what they want and do what they say and live your life how they want you to live it. You know, this is a bad quality friend. You know, if you ever have one of those friends and they go, excuse me, what do you think you're doing with that job or with that person? It's no good, you know, it's no good for you. I think you should do this because I like it and I think it's much better for you, you know, and they'll tell you in a sort of very, very belittling way. They'll tell you and dictate to you. So a true friend, right, a good quality friend, it's so important to know what a good quality friend looks like. A good quality friend will go out of their way for you. They will come and travel to you to see you. You will not have to go all the time to see them. If you are going all the time to see them all the time and they're never coming to you, that is not a good friend, because it means that they don't value enough to go out of their way for you. You know, a good quality friend will go, you know, like miles to see you. They will literally jump on a train or a bus to see you. Like, in some cases maybe even plane. You know, they will go out of their way. Like sometimes one of my friends, best friends, she's gone out three methods of transport to get to me or to get back, you know, train, a bus and taxi. So, you know, she'll go out of her way. And when the excuse my language, the shit gets going, you know, and it hits the fan, you know who your true friends are, because the people will be there for you when everything goes wrong, and they'll be with through the good times as well as the bad, you know. And when things go really wrong, they will be there to just lift you up and pick you up, you know. They won't tell you I told you so. They won't have no feelings or be unempathetic. They will literally listen to you, care about you, give you a hug if they're there in person, tell you, you know, constructive advice, and they will help you to feel better, you know, and be there for you just to support you. A bad friend will go, oh, look, I told you so. Like, say they said, oh, I don't like that person you're in a relationship with, which a good friend wouldn't do that. A good friend would be happy so long as you're happy. If they could see that you were happy in the relationship with someone and you were smiling and you were enjoying yourself, they would be happy for you, regardless of what they thought of the person, whether they liked them, you know. They wouldn't be like, yeah, so a bad friend would be going all like, I don't like his race, you know, colour. I don't like their hair colour. I don't like their height. I don't like their age. I don't like their disability. I don't like this, that, and the other. That's a bad friend. That's someone who's dictating to you and forcing their opinion down your throat. Forcing their opinion down your throat and basically telling you who you should and shouldn't see. You don't want a friend like that as a bad friend. A good friend will be happy for you no matter what. So when I was in my last relationship, you know, I'm no longer in a relationship, I'm single again. The person that I was with, you know, there was an age gap, and but we were like really happy together in the beginning. Obviously we're not suitable now, it found out, but you know, we were really happy together, enjoying ourselves at the aquarium, had a lot of photographs taken together. When he announced we were in a relationship, all my friends were like so happy for us, you know. They were just you know, like writing all these messages saying, you know, congratulations to both of you, it's all great. And it was wonderful, you know. All my friends were happy with it. However, that wasn't necessarily the case with his side, you know. So you know, a really good friend will be happy for you regardless of whether they would have chosen that person for you or not. Do you know what I mean? Because we all have likes, wants, needs of our own. We're all different, and your true friends will respect that about you, and they will be happy that you've chosen the person you have if you're happy with them. Do you know what I mean? And they won't dictate to you anyway. Like one of my best friends, like my female best friend, right, she has been with some guys who haven't been good for her, right? She's been with some really bad guys who are drunks. She was with one for a very, very long time, right? And yes, I occasionally said to her, look, like, because it was getting very out of hand with his drinking, I occasionally said to her, like, look, I don't think this guy's good for you because obviously he's doing this, but she wanted to try it and make it work. She thought he would change. So, I mean, even though I've been down the path of thinking someone would change, and I know they very well won't, it doesn't matter. I have to have her interests at heart. If she wants to be with him, which she did at that time, she doesn't anymore. She's free of him now. That's her choice. And a true good friend will allow the other friend to have the choice, to make their own decisions, to make their own mistakes, and to make their own successes. They will not go around saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, because I don't like it, I don't agree with it. I don't interfere. Like my best friend also, the last guy she was seeing, he was much older than her. I think there was 20 something years age gap. And he looked older though, like I look much younger. He did look, I mean, obviously I'm not, obviously I'm like less than like, half of his age probably. But I'm just saying, like, in comparison, like if I, like I like guys who are younger, like in comparison, like I look young, do you know what I mean? Like one of my asexual friends is like, oh, I could never be with you, Sandra, I like older women, but you look too young, I like an older woman to look like an older woman. So, but this guy, he did look older, that's what I'm trying to say. Even though he was an age, he really did look older with his hair colour and his skin. But she was really, really happy with him. She was elated, her face was smiling, she was glowing. At the time, they're not together anymore. And, he made her happy at that time, and I was happy for her, regardless of whether I thought, like, he's older, it doesn't matter. And obviously, as I like younger guys anyway, and there's going to be usually an age gap between me and a younger guy, then, of course I support my friend who's got a huge age gap. Why wouldn't I? Because that's just like a role reversal. Like, she was with an older guy, I want to be with a younger. She was with an old guy, I want to be with a younger guy. So it's just personal preference, And so I was happy because she was happy. And that's all I cared about, was her happiness, even though some of her other friends were starting to say to her, oh, you really should be with him. You're too good looking. You've lost this weight. You're much younger looking. You've got your whole life ahead of you. That's what her other friends were saying. And I understand where they were coming from, but at the end of the day, it's her decision. All I cared about was her happiness. A true friend will just literally want your happiness. If that person's making you happy and you're enjoying yourself, they can see photographs of you together enjoying yourself, you love them, that's all that matters. You're spending time together, that's all that matters. And you should be treated with respect and the adult that you are to make your own decisions and choices in life. No one should dictate to you, control you, or manipulate you into doing something that you don't want to do, or to having the life they want. I mean, how many mothers do you know that are controlling as well? And family members, this can happen with friendships where a person becomes so controlling, they become jealous of anyone that you're in a relationship with, for example, and they'll just like purposely try and say that person is horrible and list stuff about them that isn't true, because they want to manipulate you into thinking don't be that person because they're jealous. And that's not a good friend that does that. That's a really, really bad friend. That's someone who's not got your own interests at heart. They're just thinking from their own ego and their own fears and insecurities. Do you see what I mean? And say you're in a relationship with someone and you've got friends. So say I get in a relationship, I've got my male friends, obviously, like you will be introducing your friends to your partner. That's what you will do, and your friends will want to try and get along with your partner and vice versa. That's what will happen, because if your friends care about you, they'd want to care about your partner as well with you, because they know that they're not going to be able to see you on your own as much anymore because you've got a partner. So you can all go out together, all meet up for lunch together, all have fun together. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you don't need to be together 24/7, but like you would invite your friends to meet your partner and you'd be intermingling that. So your friends would get to meet your partner and you kind of all be friends together. And that's how it works. I mean, good friends, we'll have each other as good friends. Like, for example, I've got two male best friends. We're asexual. We're all friends together. We're like a triangle of three friends. Like, years ago, I would have been uncomfortable about the concept of having uneven numbers, do you know what I mean, in a friendship. But and I would have only put 1-to-1 together. But me and my other two best friends, we all work so well together. We're all like completely best friends, and we love each other. Do you know what I mean? And it works really well. We're all strong together. And if we're seeing each other but not all together, we'll be supportive, saying, "Oh, I hope you have a nice time with blah blah blah," and they'll say that to me, and it's just really nice. It's a very, very supportive, healthy, loving friendship. And we meet up whenever we can, and they support me in my goals, ambitions, and dreams. I support them. We're there for each other. This is what good friendship's all about. You're there for each other, yes, and support each other, not dictate. There's a huge difference. A support network is when you say, "Oh, I've had a bad day," or something's gone wrong, or maybe you're having some relationship difficulties. They won't turn around and say, "Oh, don't do that then, don't blah blah blah." They will just like literally try and say, "Okay, what's the problem? How can we, how can I help you to help the situation?" And you'll discuss it, or but obviously if some stuff are private between you and a partner, they're private between you and a partner. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some stuff that friends won't usually know. So yeah, I think it's really important to have good quality friends, and that is important as well, to have boundaries with friends. There might be something you don't want to tell your friends, and they should respect that. They should respect the fact there's certain things they might not want to tell you. For example, one of my best friends, he doesn't want me to know when his birthday is yet, and that because he doesn't celebrate his birthday and he's not comfortable, so that's fine. He doesn't need to tell me. So you know what I mean? That's a boundary of his. He might change his mind in the future. It doesn't matter, does it? I care about him, not I care about when he's born, because obviously I like celebrating birthdays and I like to celebrate it with him, or like do something for it with him. But it's his prerogative not to tell me that, and that's fine. It doesn't affect our friendship at all. You know what I mean? So really, when you're looking to get good quality friends, you want to look for someone who doesn't dictate how to live your life, who is supportive of the life you choose, who is supportive of your life choices, your partnership choices, your other friendship choices. Like me and my best female friend, she had another best female friend before I even was on the scene, and we're all friends together and go out together. So there's but she sees her separately, she sees me, but we're all like really good friends together. So there's none of this, "Oh, her versus me." It's like we're all together having fun. And I think that's a really, really healthy friendship. And like I said, really look out for the fact that say you've got a partner, a new relationship you get into, a good friend will be going, "Oh, tell me more about them. Oh, that's really nice, really interesting." And they will take an interest in that partner because you have chosen them, and they will love to see you happy with that partner, regardless of what they think of them. Because if you're happy, they're happy. Do you see what I mean? Whereas if you've got someone who's not a very good friend, they'll be like dictating to you, going, "I'm not happy with you seeing him or her. No, I don't like them for you. No, they're no good for you." And they'll instantly take a dislike to that partner you've got without even giving them a chance, because they don't want to entertain that idea of someone else being in your life, because they're jealous usually, and they want to keep you for themselves, and they're used to you doing certain things for them. Might be housework you do for them, might be going to the shops, you might go for a regular cafe visit every day, and they're scared that that's all going to stop, and so they try and force their opinion on you and make out that your latest partner is no good for you, when really they haven't even given a chance and got to know them. So a good friend will be happy if you're happy and want to get to know your partner and stuff like that. I think that's so important. I mean, obviously I'm a monogamous girl, but in a polyamorous relationship, where you have multiple people you're in a relationship with. I mean, I'm monogamous, so I'm only interested in being in a relationship with one guy. But a polyamorous relationship would mean I would have like several guys, because I'm heteromantic. I have several guys at once, for example. And those guys might have other guys or other women, and you have a unit, and like you've all got to really get on well, like best friends then, and you've all got to be really good quality friends if you have a polyamorous relationship, because you've all got to not be jealous of each other and get on like all best friends. Do you see what I mean? So it's really, really important. And it's very important that if you do get a partner, that they are your best friend, they become your best friend. Because I think if you haven't got a foundation of friendship in a relationship, you've got nothing, because you've got nothing to build on. You've got no stable foundation. So your partner should become your best friend. You should be working towards that with them, working towards building a trust and a bond and sharing secrets. So yeah, a good quality friend will share secrets with you. They won't be afraid to open up to you. I mean, obviously, when you get to know someone as a friend first, they might be a bit shy and not, nervous. But, as time progresses, they will open their heart to you, open their soul, their mind to you, and they will share their secrets, and you will bond together by sharing different secrets, hobbies, interests, what you like. You'll have lots and lots of communication. If you've got a so-called best friend and they never communicate with you and you hardly ever hear from them, they're not really your best friend, are they? If you only hear from them when they want something, like for you to do shopping with them, or for you to do something for them, whatever it may be, that's not a good friend. That's just using you, right? Is using you. And if you have friends that just happen to turn up when you've been paid and they ask you to pay for drinks and stuff, they're using you for drinks. Do you see what I mean? They're using you for money. So you don't want someone like that. You want someone who's kind and caring. Yes, your friend might buy you a drink or something. Sometimes my best female friend, she buys me a drink and stuff, and that's great, but it's not compulsory to buy each other drinks and stuff. But you probably would want to buy a friend a gift, a really good close friend a gift sometime, maybe a card for their birthday. You'd celebrate special occasions with them and stuff like that, and you'd be there for them. You'd really, really be there for them. And you just love them for who they are. You wouldn't ask them to change. If you've got like friends and they're bitching and they're saying, oh, why do you do that? Why are you wearing that item of clothing? Why are you going here? That's not cool. Why are you doing this? They just egotistical people. You need to cut them out of your life. You cut them out of your life. You don't want people like that. You don't want manipulators either. People who come and tell you how to live your life, like, oh, why are you doing that job? Why? I don't like it. I don't think it's good. No, don't do that job. Do this job because I've said it's a good job, And if they've got that attitude, then they're just dictators. They're not your friends. A friend won't snatch stuff off you. A friend won't steal from you. For sometimes friends lend each other stuff. That is true. They lend each other stuff. Sometimes friends just give things because they want to give, but then, it's give and take. Do you know what I mean? And it's just important to like really feel the love between you. Like a good quality friend will love you. They'll love your personality. They'll love your quirky mannerisms. They'll love you for who you are. So even if you're far out weird and wacky, which I like to be sometimes, as you know, they will still love you for who you are. There'll be none of this putting you down, going, oh, well, why are you talking so fast? Or why are you walking so fast? Or why do you have your hair that way? Or what do you want to do that job for? There'll be none of that rubbish, none of that nastiness about why you're doing this, why you're doing that, and dictating to you. It will all come from a place of love, and caringness towards you. A true friend will love and care about you for who you are. They'll love your personality as it is. They won't want to change you. They'll be appreciative, even if you're different in some ways of who you are. Like me and my best female friend, we're very different on some things, but we compromise. And like she loves doing karaoke. I'm not bothered because I don't do karaoke. I'm not really interested from my personal point of view, but I'll go and watch her do karaoke. Then she might come another time and have a meal with Nando's with me and watch a movie. So we're both doing stuff we like. Do you know what I mean? And when I'm in a town, sometimes we'll go out and I'll see her do karaoke. But in other places, we'll go and listen to some music so I can do some dancing because I love dancing. She loves singing. So you'll go to places you both like together, and one might like a place a bit more than the other at sometimes, but then you'll go to the other person's place that they like. So you will go to different places that you both like. So you'll do things together. You'll try and please each other, not one please the other. So if you've got a relationship or friendship, this is talking about really, if you've got a friendship that's all one-sided, you're pleasing the other person, you're running around after the other person, you're doing cooking for them, you're doing cleaning for them, you're picking them up from work, you're picking their kids up from school. That is not a good friendship. That's just using you. It might be sugar coated as, oh, I'm too busy, I can't do it, we're good friends, help me out here. But it's just all one way, isn't it? And if you're say you go over someone's house and you're just playing all the games that they want, all the video games that they want, you're watching all the TV programs that they want to watch, doing what they say, that's not a friendship, is it? A friend would say, oh, what film do you want to put on? That's what a friend would say. or they'd invite you and say, I've got this movie, what do you think of it? Did you want to come around my and watch it? You know, and they might get some snacks for you in, or you get some snacks in for them, and they'll be there and they'll be enjoying it with you. Do you know what I mean? And so they won't be dictating, they'll be consulting. So a really good friend consults with their other friends, you know. It'd be like, well, what do you want to do today to go out? Where do you want to go? What do you feel comfortable about doing? How would you feel and think about this? So it's very open questions, like what, where, when, how, why. You know, always open questions to learn more about the other person, not dictating, saying, I want you there and then, let's go do that now. You know, a consultation is like, so what do you actually want to do today? Like, where should we go? What should we do? Obviously, you might plan in advance stuff as well. So it's really important that you look for all these good qualities. You look for someone who's an enabler, in the sense that they enable you to live the life of your dreams. They are a supporter. They support you in your life goals, ambitions, and dreams. They don't put you down. They don't belittle you. They don't belittle your other friends, and they don't put your other friends down. They don't dictate your relationships with other people. They just be happy if you're happy. And that is it. All they want is your happiness. So long as you're happy, they're happy. And if you're not happy, you sort it out between you. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I really, really appreciate it. As always, embrace your quirky and each other. Don't forget to hit that great big subscribe button down below, or hit that bell icon as well, so you get notified of every time I go live right now or post a new video. Thank you for the thumbs up, and don't forget to share this video with anyone you think may benefit from it and getting a good quality friend. Until next time, embrace your quirky and each other. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share away. Thumbs up. Thank you. Bye. Nice to see you. Bye.